This summer, the Classical Theatre of Harlem is bringing ancient legend and powerful storytelling uptown to Marcus Garvey Park in Memnon.
And right now, we're giving you an exclusive look at the production, performing a live scene from Memnon. Please welcome Eric Berryman as the warrior king Memnon and Andrea Patterson as Helen of Troy.
Helen, I return to fight not for Troy, but for its becoming. Though it's now a shadow, I see such bonds between men, yes. To uphold such vision, I am willing to fight, to live or die, come what may.
We may see victory. The chapter not yet written, clearly we fight on the side of righteous.
The gods will not interfere and favor me over him or him over me.
As equals will you meet, both blessed by Olympus.
Then time to dress. Greaves, corselet, shoulder pads, and shield. Soon to know who won. May the gods say, Memnon.
Wow, Memnon premieres on Saturday and runs through July 27th with free outdoor performances.
And we are now hearing more about it from the two actors we just watched there, Andrea Patterson and Eric Berryman. Great performance, and good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
You know, Memnon might ring some bells for some people, a historical figure that maybe some know well, but who is Memnon and what's this production about?
So Memnon, different from Agamemnon. A lot of people know Agamemnon on the Greek side of this mythological Trojan War, many movies, TV shows, things surrounded about it. Memnon was the king of ancient Ethiopia, or as the Greeks would call it, ancient Ethiopia, which was a much larger landmass that included modern Ethiopia, Sudan, Libya, to the point, so, you know, really king of Africa, if you will. And he was a demigod, and he was half Trojan. And he was called in after Hector was killed to fight for Troy and fight Achilles. And unlike Hector, Memnon was actually Achilles' true equal, because he, like Achilles, was a demigod. You know, so him and Achilles and Hector, they fought for, you know, a few minutes, and then, you know, Hector gets killed. Memnon and Achilles fought for days on end, days. And finally, their goddess mothers had to intervene and plead for Zeus for their son, and, you know,
Wow. and you and Andrea, you play Helen of Troy.
Absolutely, yes.
But the Helen of Troy that you are portraying, it's different from the one that most people are familiar with. And in what way?
Absolutely. Our playwright, our amazing, brilliant playwright, Will Power, decided that she is Helen. So we took out of Troy, but everyone knows her as being of Troy. But this Helen is defining where she would like to be and how she would like to be named. And so hearing her name as Helen is the reason that I'm so excited to play it, because she is currently in Troy, but she's not from Troy. But she's decided that that's where her home is. And Memnon helps her feel like home.
It's like empowering.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%.
This production taking place free outdoors for the public in the heart of Harlem. What makes that such a great benefit?
It's such a privilege, because I've had the opportunity to play in Marcus Garvey Park with Classical Theatre of Harlem before, and the community in Harlem is unmatched. New York City, all of New York City comes out, and to be able to tell stories in that space, the audience becomes a part of the production. And that is what's so beautiful about the community of Harlem and all of New York City.
Yeah, how does it, you were going to say?
Well, I was going to say, just the production values. I don't know many things that one can see for this quality, and you don't have to pay a dime for it. I think one would be quite surprised. You know, unfortunately, I came to the Classical Theatre of Harlem viewing audience late. I saw a production of theirs last summer and was quite, I mean, I've been doing this for quite a long time. I was floored by the production values and the quality. And I got very excited to be working with them, and for free. I mean, I think people were probably going to say, can we give you some money for what we do, for what this, I mean, the lighting alone, the set alone, you know.
Absolutely, and people come again and again.
Yeah, and that's what's great about it is it gives exposure to theater to those that might not otherwise be able to afford it.
Absolutely.
Correct.
That's what's so wonderful about this as
Correct.
well.
Absolutely,
Right?
and beginning to critically think about history.
Yeah.
And asking questions that we haven't asked. Just thinking about things that we haven't thought about before and saying, well, what does that mean? Or where is she from? Is she originally from Troy? You know, those are questions that we asked dramaturgically at the beginning.
And these myths are things that historically, for thousands of years, were always molded and shifted to meet the time that they were in. They're not fixed.
Absolutely.
We think they're fixed because somebody cast a movie in a particular way or somebody
Yes.
tells it. Even these ancient Greek playwrights were molding things and changing things based on old legends. You know, they're about to do Oedipus on Broadway. Oedipus famously was blinded. But that was not something that was always there. A playwright introduced that. And then we now assume that is the legend. So what Will Power is doing is very much in line with what these ancient, heralded classical Greek playwrights were doing. Taking knowledge of these ancient myths and from what little bit we know about them, putting them in there and then putting them into a context, still in poetry and things like that, but in the context of now and through his view and his offering of what it is, but really no one has done, in my estimation, what Will Power has done in about 3,000 years.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And placing Memnon in the canon as where he rightfully belongs.
All good stuff.
What a tease.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not want to see it now?
Let's go now. Well, thank you.
Please
Thank you
come to
both.
Marcus Garvey Park.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. Thanks so much for coming
Thank
in
you
and
for
sharing all
having
that. And your
us.
performance was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And Memnon starts this Saturday, July 5th at Marcus Garvey Park. So go check it out. And remember, it's free.
Absolutely.